To start with, we analysed other openings to see what kind of typography is used to represent the horror genre. We found that films similar to our type of horror film used either thin and long or thick and wide writing that contrasted the colour of the background. Most of these were on a black screen with a lighter writing. For example, the film Insidious used reasonably thin and long red writing over the top of a black background, as well as being large and spread across the screen. Next, we had to find the right music that would suit our genre, or it would not suit the type of horror film. For instance, a light-hearted tune would not keep the viewer on the edge of their seat. Similarly, we had to make both the music and the lighting work well together. We did this by colour grading our project to make it not only darker but give it a blue tinge, making it look colder and suit our genre. In many horror films, the title appears in this stylistic way, for instance in Sinister. In this film opening, the title appears over the scene in a burst of white noise. However, we decided to challenge this form as we could create a more nostalgic effect by fading to black and fading in the title. We believe this creates more of a creepy effect. Similarly, we also include the range of sound effects in our project, including the creaking door for the shed.
I am 17 years old and I played the only character in our production. This relates to our target audience because it consists of late teens to early 40s. While we do not have a specific gender in our target audience, we believed we could create more mystery and suspense with a female character, as we could cover my face with my hair. Many social groups watch horror films as there is not usually a specific gender or age difference shown in them, or even any personality differences. This means we could broaden our target audience as well. Due to the nature of our production, there is only one character shown and she is a supernatural being. It would be a stretch to say she is representative of teenage girls. However, it is possible to analyse some of the ways in which she could be said to represent elements of youth and femininity. It is important to note that she is a victim turned villain. As such, she can be interpreted in both a sympathetic light and a negative light. Regarding sympathetic representation, such as the girl having been neglected, marginalised and vulnerable, our project links to teenagers feeling like outcasts. A sympathetic critic would interpret the neglect over the vengefulness of the character. This could link to the typical stereotype of things that are socially acceptable of women. For example, a man may be seen as a weak character if he shows vulnerability, whereas it is expected of women so that the man can act as a hero and save her. However, concerning the negative representations, such as an emotional yet wrathful woman, a feminist critic might argue that she conforms to negative stereotypes of femininity, going against what is expected of women, to be gentle and passive. For example, she subverts the typical expectations of female character by not being a damsel in distress and not caring about her image.